And it's the ace match in week 3 of the After Hours Gaming League, BlackBerry versus Cerner. And in this case, it's an ace match because AceAl is playing, not because it's the decider. BlackBerry has already won 3-1. So here, Encrypted is playing for fun. And you can see by the huge amounts of mana coming out of both players right now. They're both here for the fun, for the niceness. And maybe Encrypted can bring it back in his heart to 3-2 and feel that it was really close. And yes, a subtle dig. Encrypted, his mana formula does not involve luck. We suspect he does not believe in it, but I believe in luck. That's why I'm going to beat the portrait battle. Because after all, Encrypted has a shiny diamond border. AceAl does not. AceAl's border is metallic. And as we all know, metallic borders show weakness. But so far, not too much weakness. We're just looking at a very standard opening, really, by building probes and drones. So, while we're waiting for them to build non-probe drone units, a few bonus points in this bonus match. The charities these teams are competing for. The After Hours Gaming League is a for charity competition. Oh, lost shields, but it's okay. It's okay. Where was I? It's a for charity competition, meaning that if these teams win, the prize money does not go to their companies. Neither company is doing that badly. The prize money goes to a charity of their choice. And in this case, Cerner has chosen the First Hand Foundation, charity about providing access to healthcare to children all around the world who could not otherwise have access. And so getting them that healthcare from an early stage in their lives just really helps with improving quality of life to so many disadvantaged people. And I would also like to point out, very suitable for a corporate league, the First Hand Foundation is owned and administrated by Cerner. So they have their own charity. But it is a non-profit with a very nice touch that 100% of the donations to First Hand Foundation go towards providing that health care to children who couldn't otherwise have it. Cerner pays all the administrative overhead, allowing the donations to be 100% charity. And Team BlackBerry does not have their own charity, although if you believe the stock market hype, maybe they need their own charity. No, the Team BlackBerry is just fighting for the Child's Play charity, which is a very fine and respected charity, especially in this tournament. After all, once those children have their health care, they then end up staying in hospitals to get better after they are sick and need treatment. Or, in my case, when I was a kid, I had a dehydration risk from a bad stomach bug. Had to stay in hospital for a week. If it wasn't for comic books, I might have decided to die then. And Child's Play makes sure there's modern entertainment available for children stuck in hospitals so as to help make their lives a little more bearable in their time of need. So that's the charity that Team BlackBerry is playing for. And we're still a long way off from the playoffs when that will really make a difference. But for now, we can see that both their hearts are in the right place. Both of them seem to like children. And we've got some early Ling pressure. That's doing nothing. Interesting choice not to block that wall bit with a Zealot. You almost always see a Zealot, but this works just fine. Stalker even has more shields. I mean, a really heavy Zerling pressure. The Stalker just doesn't have the same DPS, but given that you have the Forge, I don't see really heavy Zerling pressure getting much done. The Protoss just brings in a probe, builds a second wall with cannons behind, and it's a massive investment when, at 3 bases, you really just want to be building drones. Drones. How does Protoss have an equal worker count? Those 4 Zerglings must have been on the critical path. Very, very ineffective. And their 1 cannon is really going to up the DPS, make it really hard for any Zergling aggression to get anything done here. And we've got +1 ground weapons. Good for early aggression. You know, walling off that natural might seem like a macro move, but if Zerg's going to take 3 hatcheries straight off the bat... I mean, look, there's not even anything mining here. Now that's greedy. That's Scrooge McDuck greedy. you can just imagine that all you need to complete this set is enough drones to dive into the mineral patches and wallow in it. And he's working on it. He is working on it. We've got 4 queens. We've got the drone count soaring up finally. Protoss is running low. There's a probe out on the map. You never want to see that. And it's spotted once the Zerglings finally earning their pay. And do they pick up the kill? No! No, Encrypted, great probe control. Has not lost a probe yet all game. And now, sneaking out again. Zergling's out of position. Will he get that pylon up? He's got Warp Gate, he's got +1. There's the makings of some great aggression here. Only 2 gases, probably going to be Zealot heavy. Now, I have played this game, but I'm going to make predictions based on what I see, just so to fit in with you, dear viewer, who probably also saw the live stream, and so also have seen this game. But don't worry. It's funner if you pretend you don't know what's happening here. Like this pylon. Will he spot it in time? You know what I'm laughing about. In the meantime, we do have just drones. No? Not just drones. Not that bad. The saturation so far. Not full. But we are starting to get in a bit of tech, a bit of gas. Ready to defend himself should something happen. And I think he spotted it. Must have spotted something. That's way too many lings to build just for fun. And we have to complete a saturation. That might be enough to hold it off. Only 1 sentry, 2 force fields. This is very open ground. That is totally not going to hold off the lings. But these 1/1 zealots, those should do the trick. And so we can see them running up here to guard the pylon. Very good pylon placement. It's going to be very hard to get a good links around there. Easy to defend with zealots. Just outside of the watchtower. He's looking for it. Where's the pylon? Oh, there must not be a pylon here. Never mind. Do we check there? Yeah. Yeah, there's no pylon, everyone. Go back to work. And no, it's more Zerglings, so maybe he wasn't fooled just yet, but... The fact that the Zerglings are out pressuring the base and the gateway wall off looks a little silly, but it's not going to get broken anytime soon. Especially adding in the sentry there, with force fields. Amazing against Zerglings, and no! Building drones, Zerglings away. I think he did just expect that army to magically disappear into thin air. Oh, the army walked off the side of the map and was destroyed. I don't have to worry about it anymore. No, we've got a very big Protoss attack here. Good that he has the Spore Crawler. Zealots aren't too happy about it, but... Oop, nice transfuses. Keeps all the queens alive. Zealots on hold position micro. Boy, you don't see that often. But it sure is effective. Zerglings all dying. All dead. And what's this? More drones! Okay. Okay, AceAl has a confidence problem. There are 6 more zealots. 30 more lings could hold this off. I don't see 30 more lings. And what's going to happen with all these drones? There's a... Yeah, picked it up. Hang on, there's only 1 Phoenix. Maybe that didn't work. Fortunately, we should get more Phoenix soon. There are those drones that just aren't made for fighting zealots. Goodbye, drones. And that 3rd is definitely lost. That makes it 2 base on 2 base. And, you know, I don't think this is the end. Some people say that Zerg should be a base ahead. And no, that's just a lot of Zergs want to be a base ahead. It all depends on your build. Alright, this was a build that wanted to be a base ahead. But, still, you don't give up too easy. Remember, this is theoretically an ace match. You need to show that you can hang in there, hoping for a miracle. The nice thing about Heart of the Swarm, there are many more miracle units. In that, it's really easy to get a miracle comeback if your opponent just sits there and takes it from Swarm hosts. I've seen so many games, early HOTS, doesn't happen anymore. So many games where you get some Swarm hosts and you just start pressuring them with the Swarm hosts, and at any time they could walk over and kick your ass. But they sit there and they fight the Locusts for like 10 waves in a row, and by the end of that, no, they don't have anything to kick your ass. You're fine again. It's not just the Swarm Host Widow Mines. One great Widow Mine shot against Zerg or even a Bio Ball. A really great Widow Mine shot can also turn the tide. Oracles, just that massive economic damage, sneak an Oracle into their base, no workers anymore. That usually turns the tide. So There is a chance for miracles, but I am not seeing it here. Bringing in the Stalkers, as well as having more Zealots, and the Zerglings still the only thing for defense. You know, really, his elimination here is Larva. Look at that 3K floating. Larva deficit, building Zerglings for defense. That's totally not what you want. Of course, Encrypted has anticipated this. The Stalker's much better against the Roaches, which is what AceAl should be building. There we go, 2 Roaches. We're getting started. And they're the Swarm Hosts. But the Void Ray destroying that now that all the Queens are gone. Let's hope that 1 Swarm Host is all you need. 2 Swarm Hosts. Alright. AceAl's got this. Encrypted needs to sit there and just take it from the Swarm Hosts for the rest of the game. And kill off his own Void Ray by accident. Okay, this is stretching it. This is stretching it. One thing AceAl doesn't do is GG early. If at all. And Hydra's against the Void Rays, just not in the right spawn location. Broodling's got a kill. Nah, that's rare. There we go. No detection for Encrypted. So these Locusts, you know, they could be killed very easily. There's only 2 of them, but the Swarm Host will be okay for at least 5-10 seconds until an Oracle or an Observer comes in here. And what else do we see? Actually manages to clear that up. Not that bad. Encrypted, what was he doing? Well, he's just massing at his base with ready to go Colossi. 2 fully saturated bases versus 1 kind of saturated. I think there might have been an overconfidence problem again with AceAl. Charging back across the map. I hate these lab bots. They get in the way of your units much more than the other critters. Yes, a little overconfident push forward. The worst part of the laptop bots is they're hard to target, and I keep killing off my own units when I try and target fire them. So sad. When this third goes up uncontested, Zerg's in trouble. Yes, it's the 16-minute mark, but well, this might just be a failure of scouting by AceAl. If he scouted, he'd know. He would know that, yeah, it's a little beyond him at this point. But, you know, Swarm Host can give a miracle. Swarm Host can give a miracle. Where's the other one? Oh, over there. Okay, well, just wait there and burrow whenever you feel ready. The one hope. And it dies automatically. Encrypted seems to know that he has the lead. He's got his 3rd secure. He's now pushing forward with just a massive army by comparison. It's actually only about 25 more worker supply, but remember that army supply. That Zerg supply, not that great. Cancelled the hatchery. Not confident in his ability to hold it. Well, can he hold this? Swarm Hosts are back. Alright, 6 Swarm Hosts, 1 Observer. I like those odds. But it might not be enough. Is there any detection at all for AceAl? No, there's not. 1 Spore Crawler, not in the right place to stop the Observer. You know, pulling that Spore Crawler up to try and snipe the Observer would be a really cool move. It would show that he still thinks he's in the game, and I don't know what Encrypt is doing here, but maybe he needs to scout a bit too. There we go. Pushing back those pylons, securing the natural with Swarm Hosts. Reminds me of every pro game. Wait, not pro game. Well, this is a for-fun game. Encrypted can take as long as he wants. If he just loves massing those Stalkers, those attack upgrades, and those Colossus. Clearing way for a 4th base, because Zerg likes to be a base ahead, but Zerg hates it when you've doubled their amount of bases. So let's give that a try. And yeah, let's see, what can Encrypted see? I think he knows that he's won. He really hasn't done a good scouting for ninja expansions. That could have worked, just expand randomly all over the map. Of course, you need the money to stay alive, but ooh, he can see the Locusts. They get a Stalker! They almost get a 2nd, and that was the wrong blink. Everyone needs practice. Blink micro is hard. There's another canceled hatchery, just denied. And here we go. Locust getting some free kills. Fungal on the Protoss army. That might buy him another wave. Massive blink forward. Is the Observer in range? Probably. It is now. And yes, we're getting another partial wave. All those locusts. And now he realizes finally it's just never going to work. GG Encrypted wins the for fun game. And I think this means that Cerner is at least our equal in terms of fun. I hope you enjoyed that. Tune in next week when BlackBerry faces Team Bungie, who should, given their profession, be masters of fun.